Well, as it goes with teaching anybody how to do anything, it seems like in the process of trying to get to a certain point, you start to realize how many other steps there are in the process, that you already know. You think, well, we just got to do some A, we get to B, and then there's C, right? And then you find out that, oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of other stuff in the middle there, and one of the reasons I and we end up making so many longer videos. So what this one is going to be, I really wanted to get to making this the actual doing the board layout, but I think this one here needs to be on some association and labeling the schematic. So where we last left off here, nothing was really labeled. Now, we might have done a little bit of some annotation. Well, we did some annotation and it numbered it. It didn't get the voltage divider in here. But what I want to do is I want to label each one of these with actually the value that they are. And it might help us, probably will help us, figure out how to associate this. And so what my first thought on this is this. We've got a bill of materials, and I took a screenshot of my DigiKey order right here. So here's the actual parts. Pause the screen and, take a capture of that if you like. So this is what we're going to be putting in here. Now, though, the thing I'm thinking here, though, is I don't want to make up a footprint for this cap right here and this one here and this one here. What I do want to know, though, is that this is an 0603, this is an 0402, 0402, 0805, etc. And I'm thinking that if we go ahead and throw some of that over in here, the resistor value and maybe its size, maybe it'll help us associate better. Possibly. At least, let's get the values in here. So first, let's go get the schematic for the symbol. So this will be a pretty easy process. It was just kind of left out of the last one. Also, by the way, you'll notice maybe that I hadn't renumbered everything, so I went ahead and did that according to this part of the data sheet. Also, I added, let's scooch, well, I don't know if you can see that there. Anyways, I went ahead and added another pin here for the non-connected one, just for clarity, in case people are counting and wondering if I skipped out on pin 4. Well, that's the non-connected one. Okay, data sheet. Well, that was the data sheet, but here is our circuit. And if we just start going around the deal here, we can just start labeling these. Now, you can add in a text if you like, or just put it right here. I think we're going to get the fact that this is a capacitor by the fact that it's labeled C1. I don't think we need to care about the fact that it has a C next to it, okay? So I'm going to use that to put in our symbol, okay? Then this will give me another chance, a chance to address another thing that we were talking about, was how do you put in the cute little symbols that you see, the ohm symbols and the mu symbol? Well, one is, incidentally, I just figured out while I was hovering over this, if this is actually a picture, you can't do this, but you can just copy this, or you can go out to the web and you can say mu symbol, ohm symbol, and it'll pop right up there. Anywhere that anybody has printed that symbol, you can just copy and paste it in. Once you paste it in, just keep copying that. The other thing you can do if you're on a Windows computer or Linux, look up the character map. Windows people, if you just go to the run box and type car map, CHARMAP, it'll just pop right up. And let's see if I can find it really fast here. Character map. So I just did a quick little search, and here it is. And so then if you go through here, start looking for all your Greek symbols. Well, okay, don't pick the weirdo ones here, but you can probably find the... Well, well, use the sideways one. So it's going to be in here somewhere in one of these symbols. Or, like I said, just go to the internet, type it in. Right here on the data sheet, we got the mu symbol, so I can just copy this. So I'll copy that there. And then I'll come over here to this C symbol. It is a 22 microfarad. So I come here, hover over the C itself, and then you'll get the edit value field here, rather than this value field, rather than the whole capacitor itself, depending upon, of course, where you click. Now I can say that this is 22 paste, see, there's my mu symbol, farad, okay? And now I can copy it from there whenever I want. Okay? If it starts to get in the way, of course, feel free to move it wherever you like. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this. I will be right back. Okay, now everything is labeled and in order, but I changed a couple things. One sort of big. You might be a little bit upset because you're gonna have to move some stuff around a touch and change something. So let's see. Well, let's just right to it over here. So for the voltage divider on the enable pin right here, I thought it would be fun to kind of play around with the voltage divider concept inside of this lab. So to do that, what I am doing here is we got our 2.2 meg ohm resistor in our R2 position, and in our R1, incidentally, those names R1, R2 is just classic voltage divider speak, I guess, regardless of what they're actually labeled. This lower one, R2, is 2.2 meg ohm, and this upper one was something in the order of 600 and something or another K ohm. So what I did is purchased the 1 meg ohm variable resistor or potentiometer, right? And the idea is then that we can dial it up and down a little bit to get that resistance right on the money if we like, and also see how and if it affects anything, the voltage that might go into this pin right here, okay? So what you got to do is you're going to have to pick a new symbol here. You're going to have to get rid of this resistor, and you're going to have to place, the easiest way is just type in trimmer, and it should pop up, and go with whichever one you like. And I went with this one right here, okay? So that's what I did there, but then, oopsie, then you're going to have to scooch all of this over here. And if you're really careful, you can just draw a box around it, and then you can slide, you see that? You can slide the whole thing over, and the junction will follow. So that's pretty nice. So we'll go ahead and, I don't know, put it right about there, I guess. What else? Anything else interesting here? The inductors are L, and so it said inductor before, so I just got rid of that, and that's where I put the 1.5 microhenries. Everything else I think is probably pretty clear. Okay. Now we need to annotate these, and so I guess I could read through this and try to figure out where I left off, but I think it's easiest if you just hit annotate, say keep existing annotation, do the entire schematic, and now we've got RV1 and R3. Okay, so that fixed it, because I don't really care how they're actually numbered, okay? But it is nice now to see the values. So go ahead and finish that off. Now let me bring back here the bill of materials. What we need to do is, again, associate our symbols with our footprints. And what I think would be a good idea is just get the easy stuff out of the way. The footprints, the items that we don't have to create footprints for. So that's going to mean the 06, all the standard SMD pad sizes that are already going to be there. The thing to be careful with, though, is just be very certain that you're associating the right one with the right one when we're going off this bill of materials here. This one I don't think has any major gotchas here, but you might have one, circuit that you're creating might have 4.7 microfarads, and another one has 4.7 nanofarads. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? So just be very clear that you're associating the right one. So I'll move this out of the way for a second, and then I will go to the assigned PCB footprints right here. Now hit this. Here is, again, what is currently on our schematic and what footprint it's associated to. And as you can see, nothing, right? Then we'll come back over here, and in real, no particular order, just pick one out of here. And so here's our 4.7, okay, our 4.7 microfarad cap. Incidentally, do you see the benefit of labeling everything like we did in the schematic? Now it's a lot easier to find the association. So this is going to be an 0603, and we could look for that under capacitors, because even though we could pick anything that's got an 0603 pad size, it's pretty nice if I can pick the one that actually says that it's a capacitor. So here is our 0603. And if you're going to hand solder it, it's probably a good idea to pick this one because it's going to have longer pads, all right? So if you find it over here and double click it, it will associate it. If you want to go back here and take a peek at it, go over here, and there it is. This is grayed out. This is going to be hidden. You're going to see this right there. That should be hidden as well. Seems okay. Now, you know, again, make some boards, try some stuff out, but you might find that if you're having a tough time hand soldering this maybe is a good reason to make your own footprints, even for these kind of things, because you could maybe make the pads even a little bit longer. And if you didn't know this, realize this, what'll happen is as you flux these things up and you lay this on here, all you have to do is touch the pad out here and the solder will wick its way right underneath the component. So it gives you kind of a distance. I'd say this should be fine, okay? So do we want to use that one? Seems good. Except for the small problem that, as you might notice here, I put it on the wrong component. So that was our 4.7 microfarad cap. So it needs to be right here. We'll put it there. Now, I guess to go in order seems fine. Where is our 22 microfarad cap? The 22, there's a picofarad. See, again, watch out. Here's our 22 microfarad cap right there. Okay. Oh, wait, there's another one down here. So, yeah, that's perfect. I didn't plan for this. We got a 0.22 something or another. We got a 2.2, and we got a 22, and we got a 22. Oh, my God, which one's which? This one right here, if I would have bought them from the beginning, maybe I would have got this one off the bat. But in the last video we did, the DigiKey search, I found this one. Uh-oh, wait, blurring, right here. This one instead. It seemed to be fine for the output side, so I said I'll go ahead and do this. Where's the price on here? So if you look here, it's a tad bit cheaper than this one, so I went with that one. I could have, again, like I said, if I was starting over again, I would have done them all the same and picked the higher voltage one, even for the outside one, because, again, it doesn't matter, and you simplify your bill of materials, okay? That was a bit of a snag, and that was because I did this after the fact, because I decided instead of using the electrolytic one that was an 88 microfarad to go with what the datasheet said for the ceramic cap, but I couldn't find an 88, so I am going with 4 of the 22s. Cool? Got it. So then that one is an 0805. Oh, wait. Oops. God, man, what is with me here? Oh, there we go. 22 microfarad right there. C1, and see all these ones down here? Oh boy. Now these ones are all together, so odds are they're going to be the output cap. We need to take a look at that one. So I'm going to scooch this down here, and C1 is the input one. So that is going to be the... Are they both 0805s? Do I need to not even worry about this? 0805. Oh, okay. Throw away most of what I said. It doesn't even matter. They're both 0805s, okay? So we can go here, right there, hand solder that one. Make sure you highlight the right one and then come over and just double click the thing. Okay. And then it's all fixed up. 0805, 0603. And then we're on to our 1 microfarad cap here. And that is an 0402. That one's going to be a little tough. Well, so be it. Now, do we have an 042? Not in a hand solder. So this tough times. We'll go for it. We'll learn a lesson. How about that? 0402 metric. Did I blur again? And no, I don't see it anywhere here. Throw that on that one right there. If we wanted to, I don't feel like it. Like I said, we could edit this thing and make the pads a little bit longer. Let's not worry about it. Uh-oh, made a mistake here. So this one is not 22 nanofarad. It is supposed to be it's supposed to be 220 nanofarads. So let's save this. So you can save right down here. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to fix that really fast. So I'll just keep camera rolling here just to show you how everything goes. So 220 nanofarad. OK there. Come back to assign footprints. And now the name will be changed. Okay, now getting to what I was about to say, if we go over here to the bill of materials again, we start looking for 220, 220, 220, and there is no 220 nanofarad cap in here. But what we do have is a 0.22 picofarad. You see? So frequently, this is how you're going to see that, and you're going to have to learn how to understand that. So we've got our 0.22 picofarad cap, and that's another 0402. So we could go ahead and use the same one we did before. Right here. But make sure that you highlight it. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, all of these, the 22s, we already know that they are our 0805s right here. So we'll add those in. Hand solder. So then just double click, double click, double click, double click. Oops. Right. Then it brings us to our inductor. So the inductor is kind of a big one. Here it is, right down here. And this one, we might be able to find one for it, but I think I would rather go to the data sheet. So we're going to save this one, and we'll move past it. So then we go to our 100K ohm R1 resistor. And here's our 100K ohm right here, and this is a 1206. So that one is a nice easy peasy one to solder. So we get down over here, and don't pick the capacitor. Go find resistors. You come over here, you hit R. No, that didn't work, did it? So there's our resistor, SMD, and it was a 1206. Hand solder. Go ahead and pick that. The 3.3 ohm is also a 1206, so we can add that one there as well. .2. I keep wanting to scroll it, so I'm zooming in and out. Here's our 2.2 meg ohm resistor, 0805. And right here, hand solder. Then our 1 meg ohm trimmer is another one we're going to build from the datasheet. These ones, be careful with these ones. They come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, so make sure you're either making your own or choosing the right one. And I think that's all we can do, because the last one here is our buck regulator, and that's definitely one we're going to make the footprint for. So done there, hit apply and save, hit OK. Most of that is done now. Well, then with that, I think we will leave this video be. That's a good, nice, simple little bite-sized piece again, getting towards our goal. And if it takes a while, it takes a while. At least these videos can show the process step by step, not hopefully skipping over too much stuff. Okay, next one, I hope, will be a little bit on building our footprint. Let's just do that. The next one will be building the footprint for our switching regulator and our, our inductor and, the trimmer. Okay, so I will try to get onto the next video as soon as I can. I know that this probably won't take you very long to get this done, and you and I both want to get this thing done as soon as possible probably and get it off to the board house.